What's up, guys? This is Spock, and in today's video we're gonna mess around with some lettering. We're gonna try a old style of lettering that has been made really popular by tattoo artists like Sailor Jerry, and a lot of the American traditional artists have used it forever. But the more I researched it, the more I found out, and the less I know. So apparently, I tracked it back to like 1898, and even further than that, it was used in like sign painting for like sideshows and circus, banners and stuff like that. So I have no idea the exact origin of this lettering, but I love it. I've used it in the past, and I wanted to just draw them. I wanted to just draw some letters off the top of our head, figure out what looks cooler, what we can do to these letters to like change them up, make them ours. But whatever, man, let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's do some drawing. And if you learn something, cool. If you don't learn something today, then who cares, man? Let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna use these perma pack. I think that's what they're called. Let me just make sure, because I know one of them wasn't really it was kind of dried out, so that one over there is dried out. So let's see what we can do here. So we're gonna try a few different letters, change the style a little bit, but we'll try to get a whole alphabet out of it. So boom. We're gonna put these little serifs on it. Oh shoot, man. Sorry about the sniffles. I don't know what's going on. All right. Boom. Whew. Sorry. There's an A. We're going to kind of bounce the lettering around just to kind of fill the space. Let's see, make sure you could see everything. All right, let's see, let's do another A. We'll keep this one pretty straight. Boom, boom, and then maybe curve it this way. That looks kind of cool. All right. So for the B, let's see. I'm gonna give it a little bit of an angle. So let's curve it this way, swing it around, and then for the bottom part, we'll just bring it out from right here. Maybe we'll swing this up pretty high like that and put one of those little circles in there. We gotta bring that hook back up here too. That looks pretty cool. And some of them are gonna have a little bit of a slant, some of them won't. I'm just trying to mess with them and kind of just, I remember what they're supposed to look like, but I also know that I can add my own little flair to it, my own style. So let's see, let's do another B. Let's make this one kind of straight up. Let's see, boom, and then I'll bring this part up like that. Maybe even connect it. Let's bring this part out and then curve that. Another thing I remember seeing with this style of lettering is sometimes they put a little boop, a little thing like a little spur or whatever right there. That's a cool B. Now let's do a C. So for the C, let's start with the slanted one. Just like that. Maybe we'll curve that bottom out. Put a little little dot there. Maybe this top part, I don't know, that might be too much. Not bad though. Let's try another C. Let's see. We can do the little, oh no, because then it's gonna look like a G, huh? That doesn't look good. I like that C anyways. What about a D? Let's see. Let's do a D. So I'll just put the D right here. I'm gonna kind of follow the same structure of the B, but maybe I'll bring this out real far. Curve this a little bit. That looks cool. Maybe we could throw in a, I don't know. That looks kind of cool. Kind of, I don't know, might be too much. Let's make it a straight one. So kind of taking from this B here, we'll just pull this around. That looks kind of cool. Oh man. All right, for the, where are we at? A, B, C, D, E. Let's see. Let's do the slanted one. We'll curve the bottom, and then we'll curve the top also. It looks kind of cool. The centerpiece, I guess we can start here. It's kind of cool. I feel like it went out too far, but let's do another one. Let's do another straight one. Bring the bottom out kind of further. Oh, you know what I remember? All right, so maybe that looks kind of cool. Maybe we could bring this part out. That's a cool E. Let's see, let's put it into a word. Let's see, let's just do DE, I guess. D. And then the E. How do I do that? Boom. From the bottom. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. I mean, the F is probably going to be just, let's do a slanted one. Oops. I need to get like marker paper for this. It's kind of, this is just a regular like butcher paper, and the marker just keeps sticking, so it's not giving me a smooth transition here. The F, we'll bring this around, kind of copy the way that we did this here. So if we copy this, we start from the bottom and kind of curved up, so I guess let's do the same. That's kind of cool. I guess it could, but let's do another one of those straight ones. Boom. So it's like this. We'll make the bottom part kind of short because we don't want it to look like an E, so start from the top, curve, and then the F. Trying to picture, it'll probably look cool if I see if I started from the top and curved down. I might want to do the same with this part and maybe do a little boop right there. That's a cool F. I dig that. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah. And then since we got all this dead space in here, let's do a little. Maybe a little money symbol. You down or what? Oh. Maybe we should flick this out like that. Oh man, I made that too fat. That's the thing with these style of letters, is you want that consistent stroke. So because I did a double stroke here and I missed, now this part is kind of fat. So changes the dynamic of the letter. Like that word, dynamic. Where are we at? F. So G. All right. So the G. Let's see. Kind of like the C. We'll just curve it, and then maybe where's the C? So let's curve down. So let's bring this in and curve it. I don't really like this already. And then maybe this would look cool if it was higher. And then everything I've been doing is I start from the top and I swoop down and then up again. So for the G, I guess I should do it again, you know? I don't know. I'm not digging it. Let's see. That's kind of dope. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's bring this out like this. And then maybe this, curve it. That could be a really cool G, but I messed up. So let's see. Let's do it again. Make sure that we keep the same kind of angle there. Bring this down. I'm trying to copy that same G. And then bring this swoop out. That's kind of dope. Maybe even do one of these here. I like it. I dig it. Let's see, for an H, what do we have for a reference here? We don't really have anything, I guess just the straight here. But the H is pretty straightforward. We have the little spurs. So if I do an angled one, I'm gonna do a wide one here. Curve it, curve it, curve it, curve it, curve it, curve it, curve it. And then we got these crazy swoops going on. So maybe let's do another swoop here. I dig it. I don't know. I dig it. Let's do a smaller one right here since we have room. And let's make it straight. And let's do these right here. So see, I swooped down. So let's swoop down, whoop, swoop down, whoop, swoop down, swoop down. I don't like how it's touching there. That bothers me. But that looks cool. I just don't like how it's touching right there. Don't pay attention to that. But let's see. Sorry. Gotta wipe my nose. Let's see. What's next? Where are we? H. So, oh man, the I is just a freaking stick with the little boop, 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 boop. Maybe put one there. There's nothing really to it. Kind of sucks. So let's just move on to the J. Swoop it. I don't know. I'm not digging that. That's too simple. All right, maybe. Put another one there. Will it look good if we do the little thing? Kind of looks like an F though. We'll go with that one. All right, K's are usually, I like K's, so let's see if we can make this one look cool. Bring the little spurs out. Boom. For the top of the K, maybe bring it from way down here. And then the bottom of the K will just swoop out like real nice. I dig that. I dig it. We could probably, okay, let's do another one. Let's do it straight. And then where's those? So down, up, down, up, and then connect it. connect it high. Bring that down up. I don't know if I like these down here. Let's see. Let's do something. Now let's go from the bottom up. I think those look better actually. Either way, L's are very simple too. I don't know, what could we do to an L to make it look cool? It's just a straight line with a little spur. And then this part we could actually swoop, maybe come up. Maybe put one of those things there. Kind of looks like a backwards J, I guess. That's what an L is, right? Let's do it at a slant. Let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. I already put this thing in here. What if I do that? That looks kind of cool. There's your L right there. I dig that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I dig it. So next up, let's see. Do I have room? Yeah. Just gotta make sure I'm in this in the camera. For the M, we'll do the slant one. Slant that way. Slant that way. Do I want to make it? I guess we'll keep it simple and then make another one. So there's one there, but I kind of let's go with those swoops I was doing earlier. Let's swoop this one, just like that. And then, yeah, maybe like this. Boom, boom. Dang, if I bring this down, just make it straight, I guess. If the swoop was down, that looks all right, I guess. If we were to do like a straight name, swoop it this way, and then it starts with an M, then I guess it would be all right. Like, let's put an E here, I guess. Let's see. What if I swoop the E like this? I don't know. I was just trying something. I mean, it's not horrible. Me. Just me. Alright. Whatever. What letter are we on? M, N. I mean, N is the same thing. So maybe put the little spurs on there. Oh, you know what? I could do this. Look. We got this spur here, right? And then, boom. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Get funky with the M. I dig that. Or sorry, not M, N. I mean, not the best, but it's there. And oh, and ooh, you know what? Like NO, like number. We'll put a little O right here. And then, of course, we got to put the line under it. NO. Ooh, what if we swoop this out and then put it? That looks kind of dope. I don't know. I dig that. And LMNOP. The P should be pretty cool. Let's see. Let's do a straight P. We'll come down. Put the little spurs on it. And maybe this part of the P will make it really, really big. And swoop it. Um, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Maybe let's do a slanted one. Just like that. I wonder, what if I bring this part of the P out and just connect it right there? I don't know. Maybe we could do the whole oop, one of those. The Q is probably going to be the same as like a O. So, but let's make it bigger. What if I don't connect it right here? Dig that one. I like that Q right there. Let's see what it would look like if I just connect it. Put that. So I did this part, pulled it from in here, but what if we just do that? I don't know. I like it. Let's do another one. Just a circle. I don't know. It doesn't look like a Q. I mean, it could, depending on the word. If it's a Q that needs to be inside the word, you'll probably dig that. I'm sure you'll be able to read it. R, are we on R? Yeah. So we'll do the P. We'll just take from one of these P's here, and then, or we'll take from both. Let's see. We'll do the little spurs, but we'll put it at a slant. Now let's curve this part. That's cool. I like that. Oh wait, not P. It's supposed to be a R. Shoot. If I bring it from down here, let's see what happens. That looks kind of cool, actually. I like that. I really dig that one, actually. Let's see, what else we got? Let's do another R. That's a pretty dope R, though. I'm gonna have to use that one. Shoot. And then the spur would come out. We gotta remember that it's a R. R. That's a cool one. We could do this little thing right there. Man, R's are always really cool. R's and S's. Oh, speaking of S, that's next. So let's do a cool S. Let's see. We'll make the top real skinny and then swing the bottom out. Boom. I worked it too much. Sorry. Maybe one of these. I mean, it's a cool S, but it could be better. Let's see. What if I curve this out, but then still bring this spur out this way? I mean, I'll probably have to do the same here. There's not enough room here. I wasn't thinking. And then inside the S here, let's put the little circle here. That's pretty cool. T. I don't know, man. T's are kind of not a big fan of the T's. We'll make a pretty straightforward, like, bring this down, put the little spurs on it, and then the top part's probably just gonna be like, if the spur comes out, just make the spur bigger, I guess. And then same over here. Um, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of these tees, but let's put it at a slant. Let's see, maybe we can make it look cool. Curve the bottom just a little bit. What if we just like, I don't know. I guess if we put these on there, it'll match, but you gotta work on those for sure. I mean, U's are pretty straightforward. Just a regular U, and then maybe the Spurs. Boop, boop. Could even do the one of those. Yeah, I mean, there's not much with the U. Can you see still? Let's see. The V, so we got the U here, and the U has a bottom curve. Ugh. See, when you rework it, it just messes it all up. Let's do that U again. Try not to rework it. Oh, you know what? I forgot we could do those. There. Much better U right there. TU. And then remember the V. So the U has this curve down here. So I think with the V, we could do the same thing as far as the Spurs go, but just make sure the bottom's a point so you could tell it's a V. Once you give it context, it doesn't matter. You're gonna know it's a V, but there we go. I mean, pretty straightforward. W would be like a V 2 times, I guess, you know. Let's see, where can we put let's put a W down here. Boom. 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 So we'll put the Spurs on here. Maybe put them down here too, right? But let's get a little bit funky with this one because it's a W, man. We gotta make sure it looks dope. Let's swing it like this. And let's put these instead. Maybe curve this and put that little circle on there. I dig that. You dig it? I dig it. I think that's better. X is like my mortal enemy. I'm not a big fan of the X's, but let's bring this down, curve it, curve that, curve that, curve that. Same thing here. Pretty straightforward, but we gotta make a cool one. Let's see. What if I bring this and then swoop it? Oh, just like that. And then bring this out. And then do one of these. Better? That's better. We could probably put one of these in there. Maybe even the little circle up here too, because it swoops out. That's cool. Y's should be pretty cool. Let's see, where are we at? Can you see me? Let's see. Put it right here. Probably over here, huh? Trying to see where the camera is looking, so this will probably work. Where are we at? X, Y. Alright, let's do the Y. So, I mean, we can do the boom, 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 with the little things, little spurs, but that's boring. So let's do one down here. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? If I curve it. All right, I'm gonna probably kind of take in a little influence from the X, make this one curvy, and then probably just put boom, that right there, and then curve this like that, dude. I really dig that Y right there. Yeah. That Y I would really use. These R's I would use. This A right here is pretty banging. There's some good ones. That H is dope. Oh, let's do Z. Another letter I hate. We can take, let's do a regular Z first. Let's see. We'll do just boom, 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 and then put the little spurs on it. Just because, you know, gotta have it. Gotta have the regular one. Oh man, I just made it really fat. Whatever. But now, let's see if we can make it cooler. We'll take from all this and the X and stuff and curve it. Maybe this is probably gonna take a few tries because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. And then the bottom. Ooh, what if we like imagine this is gonna be a spur, but we go boom just like that. That looks like a Z. Might be too crazy though. Sometimes that craziness is dope. Let's do it again. What if we curve it on the top and curve it on the bottom? That's cool, I guess. I mean, we don't want to invent letters either, you know? Let's see. Keep it simple. Curve the bottom. Like that? Does that look like a Z? Yeah, that looks cool. Kind of looks like, this kind of looks like a cool X. Hold on. Let's do another. This, oh, sorry. Let me see if I could. Can you guys see? All right. I like this as an X. Let me see if I could make. Where are we at? Right here. Here, let's see. Oh, man, I'll be able to see it. Let's see. So I like how I did this thing, and then how this curve and this curve, that kind of gives it like an X look. So let's just get more drastic with it. I mean, I could see that being an X. I mean, it needs some work for sure. Swoop that around. Something's there, but I'm not really. It's gonna need some work. But that would be a cool X. Let's see. I'm gonna try not to think about it. I'm just gonna boom. What if I start way down here? Nah, that doesn't look like an X no more. Alright, let's see. What if this one's straight, but then I still curve these like that? Nope. I feel like this maybe needs to connect. Let's see. Do that. Okay. But that looks like a regular X I've already seen before. That's cool. All right, yeah. Something like that. That's a cool X. Like, there it is, like, super exaggerated. And then here's a you know, a smaller, easier one that we could connect to, like, xylophone or something. Let's see if I go like this. Mm. XY, lowercase y. Yeah, I mean that looks cool. Let's see. Let's try to write a word. I like the R, so I'm gonna use that R. Where's that R? Dang, am I gonna even be able to do that R without looking at it? Let's see. And put the spur on there. All right. Oh, that's already crooked. We got that, and then this part of the R just went really big and connected. And this came up. R, what should we write? I don't even know. I like the R, so I wanted to start with the R. R, let's just do red. I don't remember what kind of E's I did, but we'll just do like a pretty basic. I don't like that it touches right there, but we're gonna have to deal with it. Boom. These are the little spurs, so you want to stick with the same spurs. Could put a little circle there because I put one on the E, red. We'll put little stars right here. R-E-D. That's cool. Let's write the word Sailor Jerry, since this is what most people know this style for. We'll curve it. And then as far as the A goes, we'll do these right here. The eyes are always really simple. L. We'll bring this part down. And then here's our chance to do a cool R. Maybe bring this out. Because we got the S, so might as well. How do you spell Jerry? J-E-R-R-Y? Sheesh, okay. J. Did I use it? No. All right. What year? Ooh, you know what? Like that. J-E. I like the R so much, now I gotta use it twice. R. You know what I'm gonna do? R, and then the Y. Oh no, but the Y is gonna. So I could, if there wasn't a Y here, it would be cool. I could swoop the R and go around, but I'm gonna have to make it a small R like that, and then swoop the Y. How do we do this? Jerry. Can you still see? Let's see. I don't want to mess this up. I think it looks kind of cool already. So let's come in here. What was that? I don't know what the heck that was. Shoot. And then I want to fill this space, but I don't want to curve the Y like this. I just want to. We might have messed it up with this Y, guys. But we got these little circles, so we might as well stick with those. Need to get a nice swoop here. Sailor Jerry, look at that. That look pretty cool. It does. You know what I could do to this too? Let's put a little star right here just because I like these little stars. Maybe one down here. Maybe one right here. That's enough because I'm gonna mess it up. But I think a little shading, a little shadow would look cool right there. Let's see. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna bust out with some of these Tombow things. We'll use the N89 for a cool shadow, or we could use a yellow, the 993. Let's see. I'm gonna test the yellow first, see what it looks like as a shadow. Yeah, I dig it. Let's use it. So we got the Sailor Jerry here. Now let's add the little shadows. For the shadows, I'm basically just doing them on the bottom right of all the letters. Pretending like my my light source is coming from the top left. That's cool. I dig that. Yeah, too much. But there you have it. Little Sailor Jerry. Old school 1890s style circus lettering, sideshow lettering with the marker. Something simple, you know? Let me know if you dig it. It'd be cool if you try it. Post it on Instagram and tag me. You know, mess with these letters, do your own thing. They don't have to look exactly like that. I kind of just mixed it up and made them my own, you know. So that was it. You already saw it. Just some quick scribbles. And I don't know what I got out of it other than practice. I know I gotta mess with these letters a lot more. Gotta do a lot more practicing, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next vid. Later.